Like it or not, Al Gore still has influence here in Washington, and lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are considering a resolution that would let him host a global warming concert on the Capitol grounds. Good concert for a good cause or political grandstanding on the steps of the People's House. Joining us now for a fair and balanced debate on that, radio host and Fox News contributor Mike Gallagher and radio host Charles Goyette. Thanks for joining us.
Hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve. Well, let's start off with this. And now there was no room on the regular mall where they usually hold events because a couple other things are taking place. So there's a special resolution in the Senate to allow him to go up onto the Capitol steps, which is a much smaller area. Is this preferential treatment? Mike, let me ask you that.
Well, it's got to be better than his planned concert in Antarctica. You know, I got to believe that conditions will be a little better on the steps of the Capitol. Of course, it's political grandstanding. I mean, there's considerable debate about what global warming actually is, and for our elected representatives to be wasting valuable time debating a resolution to let Al Gore have one of his goofy concerts like the one he's going to have in Antarctica is really, to me, just kind of laughable. It's all humorous. And it's deserving of one big collective roll of the eyes. Okay, well, Charles, this is a legitimate event that's taking place worldwide. It's going to be in 7 cities around the world on July 7th, and this is just one of them. Do you think it's legitimate or not?
It's no big deal, Steve. This stuff goes on all the time. Washington is a political city. People are making political statements in Washington all the time. It doesn't take any time to debate, doesn't take any resources. It just takes virtually nothing. Nobody is being squeezed out of the Capitol Mall. It's, I mean, I don't understand why there should be an uproar over this. We're entering the 5th year of a war that has claimed tens of thousands of human lives needlessly. We're talking about a concert on the steps of the Capitol Mall?
Here we go.
What is the big deal?
Mike, it sounds like you have an opinion.
Yeah, never miss an opportunity to get a good anti-war message in there, right, Charles, in the middle of a global warming debate. And, of course, that's part and parcel of this whole controversy. I mean, the folks that are worried about SUVs destroying the planet are the same kind of people who are trying to undermine the war. The fact is there will be resources on the steps of the Capitol. There will be Capitol Police. Charles, it will be good to see what the bill will be for a bunch of Birkenstock-wearing, tie-dye T-shirt hippies sitting around beating their chests about global warming. Believe me, the taxpayer is going to have to foot the bill for that mess.
Well, now,
trust me.
Charles, Al Gore, of course.
A year and a half ago, Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld used Lockheed Martin and defense contractor money to stage a march based out of the Pentagon on 9/11 to support the war in Iraq, when 9/11 really didn't have anything to do with the war on Iraq. This stuff goes on in Washington all the time. It's a political city. People try to exploit every opportunity they can to make political statements. It's a rock and roll concert.
That's what I was going to say, Mike. A lot of political events take place on the Capitol steps, on the Capitol Mall all the time. Is that any surprise?
But even the left says, let's support the troops, and the march that he's talking about was a march to support our efforts in the war and support our military. There's no consensus on global warming. These people are flying around in their private jets complaining about the ozone layer. I mean, all Al Gore is trying to do is stay in the limelight. The guy is a multi-time loser, and now he found his niche with this global warming flap. I mean, it's just a bunch of hot air, and it's kind of a waste of time.
Charles, I'll give you the last word on this.
I don't know how you could say he's a multi-time loser. Look, he's an Academy Award winner now. He's a rock and roll impresario. I don't know. That's not such a bad life. That's true. That's right. He is an Academy Award winner. You got me there,
Charles. Let me
ask
you both. Could he be a candidate for president again?
We can only hope. We can only hope. I'll tell you what.
Well,
he has the gift.
A gift to Republicans. Is that what you're going to say?
He has the sole virtue of having opposed this elective and needless war before it got underway. I will tell you, on the other hand, I don't think he really understands the economic calamity that the Republicans and the Democrats are creating for this country. The only person who does, in my view, understand the war, the national security state, and the economic debacle coming our way is Congressman Ron Paul of Texas. That's about our only hope, getting somebody intelligent in office.
Mike Gallagher,
maybe he'll go to the global warming concert.
Out of time. Sorry. Thank you for a lively debate. Appreciate you coming in.
Okay, Steve.
Could we all learn a thing or two about health and recovery?